Hello, good evening, and welcome to Wigmore Hall for the third of our 115th anniversary concerts. Tonight we have a programme of ancient and modern, and we reflect on the fact that the first person to set foot on this stage was the composer-pianist Busoni on the 31st of May 1901. Thank you very much for being with us over the last few days. We know that at least 20,000 people have watched us live, and tonight I'm very pleased to be joined by André Hoffmann, President of Fondation Hoffmann, a Swiss grant-making foundation who has helped the Hall so much over the past decade, particularly in relation to the commissioning of new music. And we can now claim to be the centre of commissioning for chamber music in Europe with some 40 concerts a year. Of course, your pedigree, André, goes back to your family pedigree goes back to Beethoven. Would you like to tell us something about that?
Yes, well, thanks very much, John. Yeah, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, was ambassador of Russia to Vienna, and employed as a court musician, Beethoven. And Beethoven actually dedicated one of his work for him, the Razumovsky Quartet. My grandfather was called Razumovsky, and that helped. That piece of music is now in the repertoire and is repeated very often. And I commend it to you. Please listen to it. It's wonderful. It's Opus 59, if I remember well, on a Russian tune. Yeah.
And let's just talk a little bit about your commitment to contemporary music, because obviously you've been very helpful to us here, and we've been able to commission internationally with festivals and with halls, and that's thanks to you buying into the vision here and to your great foresight, and we're very grateful for that. What have you gotten out of this over the last decade?
Well, I always thought that it's important that classical music does not only remain the Beethovens or the Mozarts or the Bachs of this world. They are important, of course, and we will keep on performing them, but it's also important to increase the repertoire and to bring new works. And so when we met, I think it was about 10 years ago now, and we started talking about this opportunity to commission small works here at the Wigmore Hall, which would also be then performed in other places in association with partners internationally. I thought that was an opportunity too good to be missed. It allowed me to continue this tradition of commissioning music. It also allowed me to ensure that audiences in London and in the rest of the planet can also from time to time have access to creativity and to give young artists the possibility to really realize their work. The result is even bigger than I anticipated. The room being full tonight, this concert taking place is fantastic news. So thank you very much, and I hope the listeners will enjoy it.
Okay, and just before we get into the concert, could we say a little bit about your other musical connection, a famous musical connection in Basel to Paul Zacher?
So, I mean, all families have two sides. Beethoven, Razumovsky is my mother's side. My father's side, my grandmother was married to Paul Zacher. Paul Zacher was a Swiss conductor, but mostly a patron of the arts. He was very interested in commissioning new work, and he commissioned work from the likes of Richard Strauss, from Stravinsky, but also from a whole variety of Swiss composers, and he's now remembered. He passed away 10 years ago. He's now remembered by his foundation, the Paul Zacher Foundation, based in Basel, of which I am a trustee. And we're collecting there autograph works from a number of different composers, and we now have 120 different composers who have given us their total collection. We have either bought or acquired or been donated or gifted this collection, and it's available for scholars to work on. It's available for students. It's not available to the general public. It's a sort of way of making sure that these works are available in their authentic form, in their autograph form, so that people who are performing these works today can really understand what the author wanted to, what the composer wanted to put into them. Our latest acquisition is Jonathan Harvey's integral collection. We are working on a couple of other ones, and we hope to be able to keep them in a safe environment under the Rhine, in a sort of bunker, but in a place where scholars can come and have a look at them, hopefully for the very long term.
Well, we're very grateful at Wigmore Hall for your visionary support of contemporary music here and for the impact that has had worldwide. And in a few minutes, we welcome the Brooklyn-based Jack Quartet, who will perform a program of ancient and modern. There's a great buzz already in the hall, lots of young faces. Thank you all once again for being with us over the past 3 days, and we look forward to welcoming Medici viewers here many times over the years ahead.
And thank you very much to you, John, and to the whole, to have made this vision that we sort of thought about some years ago now a reality. Thank you very much. I think we all owe you thanks rather than to me.